We are working in Keynote this week. So here's our Keynote app. When I get into Keynote, yours might look a little different than mine, but what I'm looking for is this blue plus sign so I can add a presentation. I'm going to go to choose a theme. Any of the white themes are a good one to start with because we're just looking for a white screen. So I'm going to pick a white one. And then if I just click on each one of these boxes, oops, if that happens, I'm going to click done over here. If I click on each of these boxes, I should be able to delete them. Touch the box, delete it. So now I just have this white screen. The first thing that we're going to do to start this presentation is we are going to insert a photo of us that we're going to use for our self-portrait. So we are going to go up here to the plus sign. We're going to choose photo or video. And then you're going to choose a really good photo of yourself. Wanted to show you the difference between the two photos that I have here, both of me. But notice that this one here on the left, my face is pretty small. Keynote does not have an awesome zoom feature. It's as large as it goes. So the photo on the right would be a better photo because what I want to be able to do is really zoom in to be able to get to my features really well. So consider that when you're choosing your photo. So I'm going to delete that. Now I have my photo inserted into my slide. Okay, we're going to make sure that this photo is selected, which means those blue little dots are around it. So when I do that and I go to the paintbrush, so my photo is selected, I have chosen the paintbrush. Down here there's a bar that says opacity. I'm going to slide that opacity bar just slightly. So remember, if I go all the way opaque, that means it's now completely see-through. It's disappeared. I want to slide it just so that I can see my drawing, but it's not quite so dark, so it's going to be easy to see the lines that I trace over the top. So I slid my opacity to about 50%. So now I'm going to be creating a contour drawing over the top of this photograph. I'm going to go up to the plus sign, and now I'm going to insert a drawing. So I'm going to go here to drawing. You'll recognize that all of these drawing tools look really similar, to ones that you would find in like markup. So these are all Apple tools. I'm going to choose one of the drawing pencils. I can tap it one more time to change the thickness of this pencil, and I can change the color. Use your fingers to zoom in. So now you are creating a contour drawing, so tracing over all of the lines that make you look like you, paying really careful attention to the shapes. We're only going around the bottom of our nose. You can decide whether or not you want to include your teeth. So right now I want you to start tracing your contours, going slowly, zooming in, doing the very best you can, getting all of the shapes that make up your face. A way that I can check how I'm doing is if I select the photograph. So that one will just have the blue dots around it, not the one that has the blue lines. So if I select the photograph and then go into the paintbrush, I can slide my opacity all the way down. So I don't have to move my photo. That way I can see if there's any lines that I missed. I can tell I missed my eyelashes on my eye, so I can put the opacity back in, go to the plus sign, the drawing tool, and add anything else that I may have forgotten. Okay, so now we are ready to start adding color to our self-portrait. First thing that we're going to do is select the photo and slide the photo and resize it away from our drawing. We still need it, so don't delete it yet. We're going to go up into the paintbrush and we're going to make the opacity of the photo back to 100% because we're going to be using that photo to help us recolor or add color to the drawing. So we're going to go back to drawing now. Okay, this time we're going to select the paint tube. That's going to help us do the all over coloring. On the bottom right hand side you'll see the little rainbow and then the eyedropper. So we're going to grab that little eyedropper and I'm going to drag it to a part of my face that's pretty light, probably lighter than you think it should be. There's lots of different values in my face, but I'm looking for like an all over base color. So a color that I think looks good. Now that I've chosen it, I need to slide the opacity bar down to about 50 or 60%. That's really important. That's going to allow us to layer and create more value in our self-portrait. So Keynote has this really cool tool that I can use to kind of capture a line and trace all the way around. So I'm going to do that with my face. I'm going to go over all of my features and let go. This should be a really light value. And I'm also doing my neck and my ears, any other parts that are the same color. The reason I made the opacity less than 100% is now I can layer over the top of this. By observing my photo, I can add value and shading, dark parts and light parts to make it look more realistic. So if you're looking at this finished version here, you can see how I've added the different values. Also use the paint tube to add color to the shirt and my hair and anything else I want to.